Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Day 3, match 6 of the Malaysia Super Women League. It's time to toss. With me are the two skippers, Marcelisa of Eastern Lioness and the Triple W skipper, that is Western Wonder Women skipper, Elsa Hunter, and we have the match referee, Mr. Edwin as well. Over to you, Edwin.
It was a call.
The toss has gone the Western way. Elsa, you have the mic, please. What would you want to do on this pitch?
We would decide to bat first.
And your reasons for that?
We want to put a really good total up on the board, as we did in the first game, and then our bowlers back us up.
Tell me something about the mood in the team. 2 victories, must be pretty happy.
Yep, we're pretty happy, and we're going to be even happier if we can keep the momentum going. And I think the girls are coming in with quite confidence, and hopefully we'll do well today.
Any changes for today's match?
Yes, Aisha Iqbal comes back in.
That's all you change. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mas, lost the toss. What would you have done if you had won the toss? Batting.
Yeah.
So, why would you have batted first?
Because we want to put highest score as we can, because we have better, and then we will restrict them as we can.
So how did you utilize the break in between? So what kind of team building did you have?
Our spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
And any changes?
Yes, we have changes. Nazatu Una will out, and we put Adani. Our under 19.
Right. So that's the story here from the toss. It's the wait for the live action is going to start very soon. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, viewers, wherever you are in the world. And we are here at day 3 of the Malaysia Super Women League. And in the afternoon, there is two teams contesting. It's the Triple W's against the Eastern Lioness. One team who sits top of the table comfortably winning their first two matches. And another team looking for their second win to bounce back after they defeat in the previous match. And let's take a look at the Western Wonder Women starting 11. It's Juan Julia, Sita Magar, Elsa Hunter, the captain of the ship, Divya Saxena from Canada, Amna Sharif Tariq, Noor Aisha, Swabika, Arminum Tul Harahim, Tanushri, and Kanya Khan with Teresiana. And for kind information, Triple W's have won the toss and elected to bat first. And this is the Eastern Lioness squad. Is Lauren Kua, Fatin, Zifa Jilani, Mas Elisa, the skipper, Rubina Chetri, the top run scorer of this Super League, and Ariana Natasha, Karma Dema, Nur Izatul, Amalin Sofrina, and the wicketkeeper Chung with Koran. This is the starting 11 of the Eastern Lioness. So both teams a lot to battle to get the win in this one. And whoever fancied their chances the most will gain the upper hand. As well, I think this will be the perfect moment to introduce the man who's doing the commentary job alongside me is Mr. Sridhar. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dinesh. Good afternoon to all the viewers, wherever you are joining us from. So, the match underway. Elsa Hunter winning the toss, and she decided that we will put the runs on the board and put the pressure on the Lioness. On the money. Right on the money.
Again, the outside edge found and off the mark after the second delivery. And one Julia's off the mark. So Sitarana Maga, who has been the talisman in this squad, scoring those important runs in the power play. A really classical left-hander. Always trying to middle the bat. And he always aiming to get a partnership. Again, tickled fine. Hesitation and a run out chance. And shake of the head from the umpire right away. He says she has made the ground. And both the batters have made the runs. And looks like a slow start, no boundaries yet. So far in this tournament, we have seen a lot of close calls, and this one was one of them. Good pickup, clean one, and clean stumping, but just in time manages to get into the strike.
Played away. Fine on the offside. The third man coming around it. As the day progresses, it will get more and more pleasant as the sun relents. I do believe that it's tougher to play in the morning time because cut away, misfield. Rubina giving it a chase. She should get it. Two very good sides. The Lioness have had mixed results so far. or heave, not making contact. Working good pace is Korant. At the end of over number 1, 6 runs. Sita Rana and Juan J out there in the middle. The West End Wonder women will be feeling very good about themselves. Having won 2 matches, this always helps when you start with victories under your belt. No matter whatever you do in life, and of course the least in sport.
Well, obviously, they would want to come out and get a win, and they've done exactly that in the very first 2 games, getting the win and sit comfortably top of the table with a healthy net run rate as well. And it's no result till from the golden over and the very second over. Looks like pace partnership. This on sweep.
Swept away. Fine leg doing the fielding. She had to come a little square. It's really fine. Both the fielders behind the bat, both the fine leg as well as the third man. And that brings Sita Rana on strike. Terrific cricketer. Her stance reminds me of the former South African skipper Graham Smith. Doesn't tap the bat on the surface a lot. Prefers to keep it in the air. Left-handers are always a grace to the game.
Yeah, but well said that who would have forget his innings against Australia when he had a major injury, almost an elbow blow, and he came back strongly after that, want to save his country from, well, when the game was slipping away, he really stood strong and prolonged his innings as much as he could. Well, in the very last minutes, Mitchell Johnson manages to get his wicket. It was certainly heartbreaking, but that was one of the monumental innings that no one would ever forget in the game.
I think Dinesh, to say that it was a blow to the elbow is an understatement. He had a broken bone.
Yep.
Van J. Shot. Pulled away. There isn't enough pace on the ball, but 2 runs taken. One to go in the last ball coming in the second over. 10 for none. 10 for none. 1 to go.
A good stop there. Much needed feeling that could have saved a couple of runs. Most importantly, just letting them for a single. And with the second over completed, it's been a fairly slow start. But as usual, they're trying to build that solid foundation in the beginning, then go for the big hits after the power play. That's been the trend so far amongst the teams who have played. And the past couple of matches, you can see Sita Rana Maga playing the anchor role and led a partner to go for the biggies. And I think this is a similar approach to this bowling attack so far.
Standing outside the crease, 1J took around.
And a huge shot around the field. But the umpire thinks otherwise.
It's a leg by. There's no bat involved. It was a very confident shout. But no, says the umpire. Coming out of short run up and bringing the ball back into the left-hander. That's a throw. Direct hit would have had a. We have already seen some terrible mix-up and run out in the morning.
Again, just another dot delivery. Again, right on the money, and just the similar lengths. And those lengths are really hard to play with, and with no bounce, even harder.
Oh, close.
Well, this is what you call disciplined bowling here. She's showing just landing at the right areas, the good length area, suppose, and a teaser again, back to back.
Shot. And got the treatment it deserved. All she had to do was to guide it. She did that beautifully. 4 runs.
Well, it's the opening boundary here, and it was a half tracker, and needed to put it away with style, and she done exactly that. And right placement as well. Find it behind square. Faces a big gap between two fielders who are emerging to get the ball, but it wasn't quick enough. And the race was won by the ball at this occasion. First boundary comes.
Guided it beautifully. Won't go for 4. She has a lot of time to play her shots. Van, this time rocking on the back foot, waiting on the back foot, and just guiding it on the offside. 3 gone. Going at 6 and over. 18 for no loss.
So it's Nurizatul at the other end again. Well, it's interesting to see that both these batters haven't unleashed their A game yet. It's just they're trying to build a solidified partnership with the looks of it. And again, another teaser. But she plays very patiently and elegantly towards the offside. Both the batters are not in a rush. They are just trying to do their best to keep themselves get going and occupy themselves in the crease for a sumptuous amount of time. Coming around, and the non-strikers and batter says, hang on in there. Did want to take the risk, as you have seen in many occasions that the batters have lack of communication when they would want to go for a run to the other end, and has ended up in a lot of mix-ups and, most importantly, close calls that they would want to avoid. Well, that's one thing that they should keep an eye on, the extras being delivered.
Straight to the fielder. Oh, sloppy. I guess there was a run in that. But as the coaches in school tell you, never run off a misfield. She seems to be in some discomfort, Rubina. A player the Western Wonder women can't afford to be without. She is such a vital cog in that wheel of the Triple W. I beg your pardon, Eastern Lioness. 2 brilliant innings. One in a winning cause, the other in a losing cause. And both really, really good.
Wonderful delivery, bowling right at the channel that there. Very well bowled, very well executed. Well, the bowling has been really exceptional by the bowlers. And the one thing that they should try to find is a bit of hint of swing and maybe a little bit movement. But the surface is not offering much in terms of the turn and bounce.
That's driven straight to the fielder.
With that 4 overs gone, 22 runs been scored after a flying start of Western Wonder Women and Eastern Lioness.
Maintaining a very healthy, decent rate. The fact that they haven't lost a wicket, it has to be considered a good start. And both the batters having a certain degree of firepower.
Well, there's a new bowler, new introduction to the crease, and immediately an extra delivery. No ball, which means free hit and free runs, if possible.
Is way outside the crease to nullify the movement and also to generate a bit of pace. Wide ball. They thought of running, decided against it, and rightly so. The wicketkeeper standing not too far behind the stumps.
Well, slightly inconsistent here, Ariana Natasha, but hopefully in the coming delivery she could find a rhythm and land at safe areas. That's much better. And immediately she went for the appeal, which meant there may be a slight noise there, which made her to trigger and go for the appeal. But apart from her, no one was interested.
Oh, it's way off target. Perhaps the ball would have slipped out of her hand. The left arm, Ariana.
Big shouts.
Almost a stifle kind of an appeal from the bowler. Maybe it's too high, or maybe a bit of bat involved.
But there's nothing wrong going for the appeal anyhow. They just want to get the very first wicket, and I think the bowler's kind of desperate.
Look where Van is standing. Played away beautifully into the gap. There isn't much pace, but coming back for the second. Oh, a very feeble throw. A better throw would have probably been interesting. No damage done. 2 added to the score. 27. 4.5 overs. The run rate is 5.59. Shot played away. It has enough legs. A desperate diving attempt from the fielder. But to no avail. The ball wins. Boundary to end the 5th over. 5 gone. 31 for none.
Well, this one was drifting down leg side, and it was a loosener that should be put it away, and she did it in style. She just had to do one thing, just gently tap it behind square, and it does it. And with a fast outfield, it was always going to race as quick as possible. Well, it's Rubina Chetri who was walked out to bowl. Well, so far in the tournament, she has scored a whopping 136 runs under her belt. And on just that, she has joined top 3 for picking the most wickets. 2 wickets so far in both of outings, and it's gone in the deep.
Played in the air. Into the open space for a single. It's a 6th match in progress on day 3 of the 2nd edition of the Malaysia Super Women League here at the BAYUEMAS Oval in Subang. It's much better conditions today. And generally it's much better in the afternoon. But for the rains that we had on one of the days, the sun promising to go down now. These are beautiful conditions for cricket. It's right fumble. A rocket throw right into the hands of the wicketkeeper.
Slices it nicely, but couldn't get beyond the fielder in this occasion. Again, this is fine bowling by Rubina Chetri, just accessing more flight and tilting in the air, inviting the batter to hit.
But look at the field. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, one on the deep mid wicket and one on long on. Now the field changes for the right-hander. The long on in place. So both the fielders on the onside. Rubina. The run rate is 6.17. Maintaining a healthy rate. It's a pretty good rate given the history of the games being played so far in this edition. 5 games up. We are yet to see a team reaching 140.
Yeah, so far the best of the runs have came out by, it's 138 runs is the maximum we have seen so far. So no one has actually touched the rate of 7 per over yet in a long 20 overs. Yet to witness one. And so far, 6 per over. Western Wonder Women are going in. It's 36 for naught.
If they could sustain this for the next 4-5 overs and manage a rate of 6 and thereabout without losing more than a wicket, I think they're in with a real chance of bettering that score. one gets a feeling of something that is closer to 150. It's 140 plus should be a winning score on this track, going by what we have seen so far. Earlier in the day, in the first match, Southern Jaguars successfully defended a score of 114. That is after being asked to bat by the Northern Queens. The Northern Queens yet to win a match. That's played away on the onside. Squire. Very, very impressed with some of the cricketers from Nepal. Kabita bowling exceptionally well, batting very well, and Rubina with those two wonderful innings, plus her contribution with the ball. Sita Rana, another fine cricketer from Nepal. A landlocked nation. There's an immense passion for cricket. One of my dear friends was the head coach of the Nepalese men's team for a long time. I wouldn't say for a long time, but a fairly long time. To have what more? It's a World Cup winning coach who won the World Cup with Sri Lanka in 1996. There's tremendous passion for the game in Nepal. And of course, they beat West Indies the other day in a T20 men's international. It's quite an achievement.
Well, those are one of the most tremendous underdog stories we have seen in world cricket. We have witnessed plenty of them. One of them being Kenya in the 2000 and
It's Kenya beating the West Indies in Pune in 1996. And there is a very interesting story associated with that, Dinesh. I don't know. I wouldn't know if it's a true one, but if it's a true one, it's a very good one. But Brian Lara was not in a mood to give anybody an autograph. And that's when I think it was Maurice Odumbe of Kenya who walked up to me and asked for an autograph. And he said, no. And then after the match in Pune, defeating the West Indies, he ran up to Brian Lara and said, you can ask for an autograph if you want mine. The great game of cricket is full of stories on the field, off the field. There's a tremendous enthusiasm and always a curiosity to know what the players are all about. Oh, wild swing across the line. Just when she was looking very good, just when her team was well poised for a big score, in a moment of madness, Van goes for a wild swing across the line and pays the ultimate prize. She has the timber castled. That's wicket number 1. 40 for 1.
well, this was a really unexpected wicket going against the run of play. Look at that one, just drifting on the leg stump. Well, completely missed the bat at this occasion, and I think a lack of concentration, maybe, and reluctance towards the delivery has led her to lose a wicket when things were looking really comfortable for Van Julia, and she throws a wicket cheaply. Nonetheless, success for Ariana Natasha brought back at the Nagara end, and she breaks a partnership that was worth 40, a partnership that seemed to be really dangerous in the coming overs, and that has been breached. So Western Wonder Women have lost their very first wicket, and Eastern Lioness have roared hard at the very end of the 7th over. Well, Ariana Natasha previously has only got 1 wicket and adding another to a wicket tally today. Well, all around the contribution of Eastern Lioness has been supreme, and good bit of captaincy by their young Mas Aliza, who have really worked and planned hard, studying the game day by day, and he's constantly improving, and she's leading us side very well. Whether it's the batting or bowling, she's giving 100%. Try to cut this one away. Well, Rubina Chetri exactly knows that Sitarana Magar is more of an offside player. So, and she likes to play those gliding shots, the blunt shots towards the offside. And she has placed super fielders perfectly according to it. And drifting down the leg side, wide delivery. And a fielder at point and a fielder at third man certainly troubles her, as those are her scoring spots so far. And yet to get double figures. Tries to stop this one out. Deep, fielder in the deep, comes underneath it, takes a comfortable take. And Sitarana Maga, who would want to go for her double figures, crashes after trying to be aggressive on this occasion. What a wicket that is. And is that going to cost them? Look at that. She sliced one up and a perfect positioning. Good high and hand coordination. No mistake by the fielder. And Sitarana Maga is done and dusted for. So it's 41 for 2 at the moment.
Yes, 2 wickets in quick succession. Wickets that would have made the team think about the shot selection. Wickets that they feel could have probably been prevented from falling. But that's what it does. It puts the pressure on the team. Divya S comes out to join the captain Elsa Hunter, both yet to face a ball. 2 new batters at the crease. This is a time for the Lioness to pull things back. Rubina.
Well, that's the third wicket for Rubina Chetri in this tournament, and looks like she's a player that you can rely both batting and bowling at the moment. She's in a form of her life at the moment, picking up wickets, putting that big scores on the board. A player to watch. This one skids through and gets past right at the outside edge there. Wonderful delivery. Wonderful stuff. Alsanta being tested under these conditions. And carved away on the offside. Back offside field. It's after the power play. You have the option to go 5 fielders beyond the 30-yard line. And so far, it's been a different approach towards Divya Saxena here, as a long on and a cow corner placed. Well, a cheeky single taken, a big risk, and it pays off. Well, is almost teasing the fielders that they could want to take another one. Very good running in between the wickets, and that is an over where Eastern Lioness have really pulled the strings back in their favor. For 2. And as the skipper herself was brought back into the attack after the power play. Looks like it will be another spinner from the Nagara end. and immediately change, setting her field and marshalling her troops. There's a there's a fielder at third man and fine leg, but well within the 30-yard line. And both these batters have to aim for a partnership. Partnership has been crucial in this tournament so far in this league. That it has really played a major role impacting in the scores. But one of the best players crumble, the rest just follows up by losing their wickets cheaply, as there's no one to navigate through the ship. Goes Fuller, big inside edge, and in the middle of the park. Much better throw, could have seen something very, very different. And Western Wonder Woman in deep, deep trouble there. Not just that, the conditions in the BAYUEMAS Oval seems worrying as well.
The sun has gone hiding. The dark clouds slowly starting to appear from the horizon. What we don't want is a curtail match or an abandoned match because of rain. Still in the first innings. Divya Saxena again standing outside the crease. Hit straight into the gap this time. There's no cutting that one. Perfectly bisected the field there. She moves on to 7 of 4. This is how it happened in the slot. Not smart bowling, one has to say. A full toss, that trajectory, and that height. We'll have a look at the cloud. It's slowly building, looking ominous. Maybe a window two can take that away. But for the time being, marching at 5.77 in spite of losing a couple of wickets. Oh, it's much better from the bowler.
Well, Divya has been really smart with her placements. As you can see, she went for another cheeky single like this, just tapping over her hip and going for the quick ones and rotating the strike, giving equal task for the skipper to do the job. And a skipper to skipper contest to end the 9th over. And she swept it straight to the fielder, and poor judgment there. She overran it, and she didn't place herself well, trying to take the catch. And she's definitely frustrated with herself, but most importantly, that boundary takes them to 55. And Elsa Hunter throwing a bat at it, trying to sweep this one. Didn't get all the timing she needed, but just enough to find the fence. So it's 55 for 2, 9 gone. Well, this is by far the most expensive over so far in this innings, giving 11 in the very first over, and it's a skipper to do it. Again, just tapped around the corner and going for a couple of runs. This is really smart batting. From the batting point of view, they are trying to get the score by taking as much as possible, as they're looking for rotation. That's key. Well, in the first 10 overs, usually Western Women remain silent and just go for those singles and doubles. Again, but this time smart. 2 fieldless, plays at short extra cover and short mid wicket. And there's enough protection in the deep.
Flighted one, heaved away, taken on the bounce by the fielder.
And that's a catch.
Was it a catch?
Well, it was straight to her palms, and the batsman is walking back. Looks like she's found the fielder in the deep. And what a take that is.
My apologies to everyone. For a second I thought it was on the bounce, but it's a catch. But yes, it is beautifully taken. I think that's the captain, isn't it? Marcelisa. Oh boy, isn't she pumped? Apologies, Dinesh. Apologies to viewers. And that's the third wicket down. That brings another national captain into the equation. It's time for a breather. Time for a drink. And finally, we have an update here from the BAYUEMAS Oval. And sadly, the rain gods haven't relented, and the match has to be abandoned. The match between Western Wonder Women and Eastern Lioness. And the 9 overs played, 6.11 was the run rate, a total of 55 for 2. Looked poised for a great match, but not to be. And Dinesh, that's again a part and parcel of an outdoor sport, and especially cricket. Time and again, we have seen cricket matches being abandoned, but that's what it is.
Yep, it's kind of unfortunate that this afternoon couldn't continue further. But nonetheless, the match summary shows that both teams will share a point nonetheless. So with that being said, Eastern Lioness and Western Wonder Women do share a point, but Western Wonder Women still being unbeaten. And Eastern Lioness sit right below them, earning 3 points. And with the 3 matches being played, both the teams fairly looking strong. And Southern Jaguars, who plays in the middle in between both, and they are shared with the Central Supergirls, who have been sent forth. And rock bottom is Northern Queens, who yet to get their very first win.
Yes, the net run rate. Have an eye on the net run rate. It might come very handy going into the business end of the tournament. But the Triple W is right on top. They haven't lost a match. Yes, they'll have to share a point today. And that's sometimes the way things go. They will be a happy lot. And Eastern Lioness, they were looking to win this one and make the position a lot better. But Southern Jaguars getting off the mark today by that win against the Northern Queens and Central Supergirls after a forgettable first match, coming back strongly and winning the second one. So, barring Northern Queens, every other team has tasted success at least once. And that makes it really, really interesting going into the fag end of the tournament. Remember, yesterday was a rest day, and today we had 2 matches. And in the first match, early on, it was Southern Jaguars who beat Northern Queens and take that all-important point. And if you look at the net run rate, it's 2.19, a very healthy one for the Triple Ws. And Eastern Lioness minus 0.83, and Southern Jaguars 0.22, and Central Supergirls minus 0.2, and Northern Queens, a lot of catching up to do, minus 1.53. Hopefully, we'll have some action tomorrow. The rain's clear, the clouds clear, and there will be sun out in time for the ground to dry enough and for the action to happen.
Well, with that being said, I think we have come right to the end of the story for today, as both teams share points. And with that, I'm signing off here, the commentary box, myself, Dinesh, and
Sridath. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Have a great evening and good night.